Guild Wars 2 is a high fantasy MMORPG with large open world maps, a hybrid combat system, unique mount system, and horizontal progression featuring both PvP and PVE content that was initially released back in 2012. Recently, the game has just released its fourth expansion, Secrets of the Obscure, which has come only 18 months since the previous expansion, End of Dragons. Secrets of the Obscure brings with it two new aerial maps which you'll be able to explore on your skyscale mount, which has new flight masteries that you'll unlock as you progress through the content. You'll face new enemies in the form of Kryptis which are entering Tyria through reality rifts which players will need to seek out and close for rewards. A new reward system has been added in the form of the Wizard's Vault, which basically gives you currency for completing daily and weekly tasks as well as achievements. Two new 10-player strike missions have been added, a new 5-player fractal dungeon, and probably the biggest change when it comes to classes is that elite specialization specific weapons are no longer tied to a single elite spec, which means there's much more flexibility when it comes to build creation. Previously, if you wanted to use a greatsword as a necromancer, you'd need to play the Reaper elite spec, but now that's no longer the case. In this video, I'll revisit Guild Wars 2 for a bit to see if the new expansion is interesting enough for me to want to stick around and play more. But first, today's sponsor, AFK Journey. A brand new game under the AFK IP revolutionises card games with its casual open world RPG format. Showcasing stunning artistry and dynamic day, night and seasonal transitions, it offers a richly immersive 3D adventure narrative and vivid environmental explorations. In this latest installment of the AFK series, AFK Journey, players assume the role of inheritors, exploring the expansive and mysterious continent of Isomia, joined by familiar faces like Brutus and Rowan, as well as new allies such as Verilyn, Faye and the lovable hamsters Chippy and Hammy. Players expand their adventure team and delve into vibrant stories and landscapes. AFK Journey offers an immersive and relaxing gaming experience where players can effortlessly explore diverse maps and narratives with one hand. The game also retains the popular AFK benefits system, which allows for the easy accumulation of hero training materials and equipment. Players only need to nurture a team of 5 heroes, as others automatically share levels and equipment, facilitating easy entry into battles. Combat in this game involves strategic planning with hero combinations and terrain adjustments, offering freedom in real-time battle scenarios where players can employ clever mechanisms to conquer bosses. In this casual open world, players can also engage in puzzle gameplay, discover hidden treasures, and interact with NPCs who might reveal significant storylines. The infinite map zoom feature allows for detailed knowledge of the in-game world. As a long-time AFK arena player, I'm really excited for this unique take on the genre, especially the open world feature, and knowing Lilith Games, the game's only going to get better over time. So make sure to be one of the first to join and pre-register today using my link in the description. Thanks again to AFK Journey for sponsoring this video. Guild Wars 2 in 2023. It doesn't feel long ago since I last covered this game, as the End of Dragons expansion was only like a year and a half ago, but already the game has another new expansion, Secrets of the Obscure. So the last time I was playing this game, I was clearly doing a good bit of transmog. Here's all my characters looking pretty good, obviously gone with a similar theme. I think the last time I was playing this game in my spare time, I was doing Tempest PvP. And I think I decided this character was my new main, whereas in the past, the warrior was my main. Let's jump back into it. Here we are hanging out in Lion's Arch. I love how my character looks. The big swooping cape, the giant book hammer. I'm really quite satisfied with my fashion game. Open up my inventory and I'm instantly overwhelmed. Random chests. Can't remember what I was really doing the last time I was playing this game. Probably world vs world, probably SPVP. That's what I usually do when I play Guild Wars 2 in my spare time. But it has been quite a while, and I'm probably going to have to relearn how to play my class. Here we are at the Silver Waste training dummies. Let's open up Meta Battle and try and learn my class again. Catalyst Power DPS. How many abilities is this rotation? This must be a complicated class. It's like a 25 button rotation, going through all of the elements, then you end up at fire and it's slightly different. Get learning, I guess. So, open with this, into this, into this, this, switch to air, C, X, E,
Jade Sphere, Water, C, F11, 2, X, V, E, this one, this one, back to fire. Okay, I think I've got it. I had to make a little document to learn my rotation. Let's begin the secrets of the obscure. Seriously, on this character I have never gone to Divinity's Reach. That's the annoying thing about Guild Wars 2, like it's such an ult-friendly game when it comes to leveling your ults to max level, but map completion isn't shared whatsoever across any of your ults, and I really wish it was. All of my map completion is on my warrior, but I've re-rolled away from my warrior. So if I was to want to have that map completion, again I'd have to do it on my mage, which I don't want to do. Bunch of other players hanging out here. I guess they're all about to start this quest line as well, since the expansion has only just dropped. Check out some mogs. This guy looks pretty cool. Got the legendary greatsword, also looking good. Everything's matching with the blue hair as well. Just looks like a full set. Cringe. Cat girl. Yeah, I'm always down for cat girls, even though it's just a very like basic outfit. You've done good with what you've got. I can respect that. Let's begin. Surely this is going to be the last Guild Wars 2 expansion before they make Guild Wars 3. Surely. Comms upgrade. Test out Tammy's device. I suppose we'll call Tammy. Looks like I've just invented mobile phones. My character hasn't even unlocked the Kessex Hills. Mate, the struggles of playing on a new character. It's not even a new character, it's an old character that I just haven't done any map completion on. Other Guild Wars 2 players don't seem to complain about this at all though, so it's probably just a me problem. Everyone else is probably happy to do map completion on each character. They've got more patience than me. Okay, we need to sneak into the camp. There's little telegraphs to avoid. Little stealth mission. Alright, so we need to interact with a bunch of objects and avoid the guards. I'm hiding in the bush, you can't see me. Try grabbing the crate of supplies. Oh, we've got some kind of mage costume on. I look like a Final Fantasy XIV character right now. Okay, we've gathered all the information. If only my character could just AoE all of these down. That'd be hilarious. Follow them, okay. So now I can just run amongst them, no problem. They don't care about me being detected now, do they? Oh, what's this? The Eye of Sauron. Demons have popped out, okay. Defeat the demon. Am I on my own here? I suppose I am. Okay, let's go, big damage. Finish it, GG. We've just been knocked to Africa. Oh, we're getting sucked into the portal. Okay, hell breaks loose. Are we going to hell? I actually know nothing about this expansion, so if this is a demon-themed expansion, that would be cool. And now we've been transported to Diablo 4. This looks like the final level where you go to fight Lilith. Hostile environment. You've entered an unknown realm with poisonous aura that negatively affects your energy levels and movement speed. It'll get worse over time. Interesting. Glider. Yeah, this actually looks like the platform where you fight Lilith at the end of Diablo 4. Guild Wars 2 x Diablo collab. There's clearly going to be a boss fight right here though. Like, look at it, it's perfect boss fight platform.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Yeah, literally fighting Diablo. That's a cool looking character. Defend yourself. I'll try. Oh my god, I can't even dodge.
Just one of the questions.
I'm sure you're supposed to die. 100% you're supposed to die. We'll heal to full. He's allowing me to do so. Okay, oh. And now he wants to resume fighting me. What the fuck is this boss fight? You've got like no stamina bar, so you can't dodge things. You can dodge once and then that's it. Mate, just finish me if you're gonna finish me. Am I supposed to fight him or something? Just keep dying over and over. I think this is supposed to happen. Is it? Okay, it is. All of that was supposed to happen. Right. Guess we're supposed to hide? Mate, why didn't he just rip my bloody head off? You can't see me. John Cena levels of stealth. It's a bit scuffed, not gonna lie. Just run straight to the portal. Is that the play? No, I'll hide here. Let's just go over here. You can't see. It's the hardest boss in the entire game. Alright, just beeline. Speed! Dodge! It's the worst. I think he's bugged. Okay. Okay, we got this. What a scuffed section of the game. Heart of the Obscure unlocked. So now I've got a new mastery system. Arcane object of immense power enabling the user to interact with rifts between Tyria and other realms within the mists. Cool. So it seems like there's less masteries this expansion compared to End of Dragons and the other ones. There's still quite a few. The graphics on Guild Wars 2 are starting to look a little bit out of date, like the textures and the lighting in these kind of areas. The game is certainly starting to show its age in 2023. The visuals on this area, for example, looking quite old. I really do believe it is time for Guild Wars 3. I think Guild Wars 3 would be pretty huge. Anyone who's ever tried Guild Wars 2 is realistically going to try it. It's a cool looking area. This reminds me of the Mists, Edge of Mists World vs. World map. ArenaNet presents Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure. A little bit scuffed that the NPCs are talking in the background of that. Usually if you're going to have like a title screen on the prologue of an expansion, you can have like a bunch of build-up, epic music. It's usually at the end of an epic moment. Whereas this one was just randomly placed in the middle of a quest, with NPCs talking in the background, no climax whatsoever, text placed over some random floating island. It felt a bit low budget. Here's where the game introduced Rifts, a new open world event for this expansion. Essentially press a button to locate the rift, travel to it on your skyscale, kill a bunch of mobs until a boss spawns, seal the rift and get a bunch of rewards. At this point I decided to take a break from the MSQ to explore the new map and attempt map completion. One thing I noticed right away was how diverse the biome is for the first map. You've got floaty islands with dinosaurs, a futuristic city, a snowy area, and a massive island with a wizard's tower. Aside from the Wizard's Tower, Secrets of the Obscure also comes with a new UI element called the Wizard's Vault, which looks like a battle pass at first glance, but it's not monetized, and it gives various rewards by completing daily and weekly tasks in both PvE and PvP, which seems like a net positive and an additional thing for players to work through for extra rewards. Alright, we'll play some more of the story. Just got like 10 NPCs all talking over each other. What a headache.
The wizards created various reflections.
Mate, NPCs, shut the fuck up, please. Tell me what to kill. Okay, let's find the next rift. Use our device. Next one's over here. I think I can see it in the distance. At least the game feels like an MMO. There's plenty of other players running around doing these events with me. Close the rifts. Now we can continue with the MSQ. Simple stall unlocked. What? New expansion feature. Equipable chairs. Is it in mounts? Chairs. Oh, there's all these cosmetic chairs now. That's genius by ArenaNet. Another form of cosmetic to flog on the cash shop. Equipable chairs. 400 IQ monetization. You can have a turtle chair if you want. Not only do you now need a mount skin to match your fashion game, you also need a chair to match your fashion. You can't have the default stool, because if your character sits on this, everyone knows that you're broke. If you go on an E-date with a girl in Guild Wars 2 and you whip this bad boy out, she knows you're broke, and she's just not going to hit you up in the DMs again. It's over. You have to at least spend some money on a decent chair. They've added a bunch of new stuff. This whole novelties tab seems to be new. So now you can equip chairs, musical instruments, held items, toys, permanent tonics. The Guild Wars 2 fashion and collection game has certainly gone up a notch. Let's get off my brokey boy chair and get back to the action. This person's character looks super cool. How have they got that purple outline? This person's character looks like a god. 10 out of 10 fashion. Now we've teleported somewhere else. Now we're gonna have to fight Dagda. And I'm already like almost dead from like, I have no idea what. I've just got like no survivability and I don't understand why. The fight with Dagda had me confused. For whatever reason I felt like I was lacking sustain or I overlooked a special mechanic. But for whatever reason I was taking tons of damage. I died a few times but the game allowed me to just body throw until the boss was dead. I think my build isn't optimised for difficult solo bosses, or I was caught off guard by the random difficulty increase considering I hadn't really struggled with any other mobs up to that point. At this point I got bored of following NPCs around and listening to them talk to each other, as well as going through the same map completion MSQ mastery farm formula that the game's had for the past decade. So I decided it was time to remind myself why I actually do like Guild Wars 2, and I queued for some SPVP. Let's queue for some PvP, see if it's still fun. It used to be fun. Average queue time, 2 minutes. I mean, I'm playing at like peak EU time right now. Oh, we got a game. 4-minute queue. Skyhammer. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to play Tempest. Basically stay around your team and pop boons on them. Let's do it, team.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Pop some heals for the team. Knock this person down. Pop this. Nice, put some lightning out. Back into this mode. Pop this down. Add some stability. Heals. Big heals on the team. I think we're doing okay. Well, I'm not even looking at the score. What team even are we? A red team. We are actually winning. That's good. Let's go down here with the res. Big heals. Big heals. Ah, not quite. Hitting with the zaps. Gonna die here. Let's escape. Jump. Jump. Mist form. Get out. MLG escapes. Rock thing. Invincibility. Dupes. Ah! Misform. Can the team get off the res? Should be able to. There's the rally. How did we survive that? Oh, we kind of didn't. We can't. Come on, get the res. Where's the healer? Yes. Big heals. Objective player. Big AoE. Lightning storm on these noobs. Just press every button because why not? Finish it. Sit. And there's the win. Feels good. How do we do? We did a lot of healing. 300k healing. Did decent damage as well, I think. That was fun. Yeah, that's why I enjoy Guild Wars 2. The PvP. I needed that little reminder. The vast majority of my hours in this game is either in SPvP or in World vs World. Like doing massive fights. Like that'll never stop being fun to me. So as much as I can't stand the whole story-driven campaign stuff, the PvP is always going to be fun. It's always going to be a reason to play. For me anyway, I know that I'm in the minority there. Most people hate PvP and MMOs, but Guild Wars 2, very fun. Also accessible before even being max level for the most part, so. Let's see, do I have any World vs World characters? Probably my Scourge. So right now I'm trying to rebuild my Scourge for World vs World. So I'm going to buy one of these new relics. Just one more thing to add to your character. Okay, so now we're fully equipped. Right, I've got my World vs World build, we should be good to go. Let's try and find the action. Here's my Warclaw. As you can see, I swiped and bought a skin for it. Well, that's a crazy Warclaw skin. Let's see if we can remember what to do. We'll put some AoEs down, try and do some damage, I guess. Let's do what I do best, put AoEs down. Getting those World vs World rewards. What am I at now? World vs World 170. Fair few talent points to spend. Reduce the siege damage you take. That's probably useful. Quite a lot of useful things here. I'll take this one. Siege bunker. So it's like a fun little fight. Let's put some circles down, shall we? Weak. Without standing in circles, preferably. I'm going to get the res. I'm going to clutch me with the res. Oh, you legends. Come on. There it is. Good job, team. We've got some siege weaponry set up. Fun little skirmish we've got going on here. Big damage. Oh, nuked. Wow, the axe deals some serious damage now. That's actually quite a fun little skirmish. Through the gate. Actually having a bit of fun here. We just got nuked by a bloody catapult. Can we live? Probably not for long. Okay, we run. This person's like naked. I've never seen fashion like that before, but that's really cool. That is one of the coolest outfits I think I've seen. I want to log on to one of my other characters. So this used to be my main World vs World character here. And then I've got this one, Healer Flames. I love how this character looks though. I've got the giant harp, big old pair of titties as well. Always enjoy playing on my Dragon Hunter. So after revisiting Guild Wars 2 for a bit, my pros and cons haven't really changed too much from the last time I played, other than the addition of a few cons, as I've realised why I never really stick around with Guild Wars 2 for very long. Pros: decent combat, good storytelling, decent non-pay-to-win business model, very unique mount system, lots of evergreen content, solid mix of both PvP and PvE, alt-friendly game, epic meta event bosses, friendly community, great soundtrack, lots of horizontal progression, lots of completionist content, and a top-tier transmog and fashion endgame. Cons: visually, I think Guild Wars 2 looks quite outdated nowadays. It's a difficult game to get into for new players due to being so different to other MMOs. The game isn't fully open world, which hurts immersion due to many loading screens. PvP seems to be an aspect of the game that's been ignored by the devs for a long time. Map completion isn't account wide. If it was, I'd probably play the game more because I can't fully decide on a main, so I just don't bother with it anymore.
The horizontal progression, whilst can be considered a pro and a reason why so many people play Guild Wars 2, does result in the game not being very addictive, and me personally quitting to play other MMOs with more satisfying vertical progression linked to character power. Now for the biggest issue I have with Guild Wars 2. With horizontal progression being a major focus of the game, there's a lot of different stat combinations, and often you'll run a different set of gear not only for each type of content, but for each build. If you're a PvX player, your bags and bank are just going to be littered with gear, and this is the biggest thing that makes me want to quit Guild Wars 2 every time I play the game. I log in, I look at my inventory, see it clogged up with mostly useless shit, and I'm instantly pissed off. What content do I want to do? World vs world? Okay, let's go over to meta battle and find a build. Oh wait, I don't have a gear set with those stats. Go to the trading post, buy a full set of gear plus runes plus sigils, the correct weapon, accessories, and now a relic. And I'm finally able to participate in my chosen content after dropping 50 to 100 gold. It's a massive barrier to entry for new players, and for existing players just to experiment with new types of content. Here's my suggestion: literally remove gear from the game and allow players to just choose their stats and loadout from a menu similar to what's already available in SPVP. Gear in Guild Wars 2 has felt meaningless for years and is nothing more than a barrier to entry, as gear score and power doesn't increase with each expansion like a typical MMO. So when you get a piece of exotic or ascended gear in Guild Wars 2, you literally feel nothing. There's zero dopamine, you don't feel like you're getting stronger, it's just a set of alternate stats that might be useful for one of your builds at some point. You'll probably just throw it in the bank and forget about it. If Guild Wars 2 removed gear from the game and you could just build your character however you wanted with no barriers, not only would it be the most alt-friendly MMORPG in the entire genre, but I think it would greatly improve the new player experience and help attract more players to the game. The entire sense of progression in Guild Wars 2 is already completionism, mastery, fashion collection, legendary crafting for the skins, and achievement hunting. For me, I think the devs should just fully embrace horizontal progression, and instead of gear dropping with stats, gear just drops and gets added to your wardrobe automatically. This change, combined with account-wide completionism, would make me actually return to Guild Wars 2 as a main MMO. But in its current state, I think the new expansion is just basically more of the same without really changing the core experience. Existing players will enjoy the new expansion, but I can't really see it doing much to attract new players. But that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on my admittedly hot take that Guild Wars 2 should just remove gear entirely. Would this also make you want to return to the game? If you're an existing player, are you enjoying the new expansion? Help us out with a like to appease the algorithm gods, and to also pray that ArenaNet are secretly developing Guild Wars 3. Social media on screen, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.